Kayak Fishing Tales is brought to you by Ocean Kayak, makers of the Trident series of fishing kayaks and the new Torque, featuring a Minn Kota motor.
One of the biggest problems with kayak fishermen is that 99% of them are fishermen first and kayakers a very, very distant second. Now, if you're going to be bass fishing close to shore or in small sheltered bay or pond, that's fine, but you'll still be amazed how learning proper paddling techniques can help your fishing. You'll be able to cover bigger areas because you'll be paddling more efficiently. You'll also be able to get to fish more quickly and quietly, and you'll be able to fight and land fish more effectively. Of course, you'll also develop confidence and skills you need to fish safely in more exposed conditions. The bottom line is, once you decide to pursue kayak fishing, and you will once you try it, it's a very good idea to take a kayaking class. You're going to want to learn how to paddle properly and learn how to do a self-rescue in case you fall in the water. Now, with that said, we're going to give you 3 tips that are going to help you avoid those embarrassing moments when you're first learning to kayak fish. Dress to swim and rig to flip. Dress to swim simply means that you should dress with the expectation of swimming. Of course, this means wearing your PFD, but it also means wearing clothes that still do their job when they're wet. In San Diego, that means wearing quick-drying clothing like ex officios rather than a cotton t-shirt and shorts, which will stay wet and uncomfortable all day. Rigging to flip just means making sure that everything you bring is either secured to the kayak, that it will float, and that anything that can't get wet is secured in a dry bag. For the next rule, remember, where your head goes, your body will follow. To stay upright, keep your head down the center line of the boat. If you do this, your kayak can rock and roll under you while you stay comfortable and balanced on top. I've seen more people fall in the water simply because they get their head off the center line of the boat reaching for a rod behind them, something like this. All you really need to do to get to a rod behind you is to sit side saddle in the boat. It's a very stable position. You can reach back, get whatever you need. The third tip is this. Always give yourself a rod's length of line. Otherwise, you'll find yourself doing the starfish where you're reaching out to grab your fish or lure or whatever. On the other side, you've got the reel almost dunking in the water and you're fighting the equipment. So give yourself a rod's length of line. If you have a fish on or anything, if you just drop your rod, if you just drop your line to the length of your rod, you can grab the fish and then you have slack line to deal with. So there's a few tips that'll hopefully ease your learning curve in getting into kayak fishing.
For more tips and your chance to win a fantastic kayak fishing package that includes an Ocean Kayak Trident fishing kayak and ex officio clothing, visit kayakfishingshow.com.